Hello and welcome to Chipothy Old Block Toys. I'm Jeff here, and today we're going to unbox and build set number 77012. This is part of the Indiana Jones new release. There was an older release back in 2008-2009 period, and I own all of those. And so this is actually my third favorite theme because number one's tied between City and Star Wars, and then Indiana Jones would be the third. Anyway, this one is similar to set number 7198 that came out in 2009. It was called a Fighter Plane Attack. However, that involves two planes instead of the plane and the car. But it's similar, and we will compare them in the end. This set here, it retails for $34.99, 374 pieces, 3 minifigures. And like I said, I think this is a great set. I love the series, but let's go ahead and let's start the building. Welcome back. We're done building set number 77012, which is the fighter plane chase from the Indiana Jones series. Let's go over what I like about this set. And we're going to do that through evaluating the value, the creativity, playability, ease of build, and the part out value. For the value, I'm just going to say this is a 10. And the reason it's a 10, 3 minifigures, 374 pieces at $34.99. That makes it 9.4 cents a piece. And for a licensed set, that is actually a really good number. A lot of licensed sets are well over 10 cents a piece. So for the value, straight 10. Creativity, I'm only going to give it an 8. And the main reasons is that this right back here does not want to, the way the instructions have it, it cannot, because of this curve, do what the instructions say, and this keeps coming off, so this is not a really good representation or I guess strength in building here. Also, I didn't like the sticker being on the canopy. Now, y'all know from Star Wars, from Millennium Falcon, that and other sets too, like Anakin's Starfighter, that Lego has the ability to print the sticker on a canopy. And I really wish they would have done this as the case. I don't like stickers in general. The more stickers, the harder a set is, in my opinion. And because they have the capability, they just didn't do it. I'm going to give it an 8. Playability, I'll give it a 10. If you take the new 3 Indiana Jones sets versus the dozen or so they made years back, and, you know, 2009, 10, around there, you've got a lot you can play with, and there's a lot you can do as far as the playability is concerned. Now, also concerning the playability, I do want to make one note. I do find it hypocritical that Lego pulled their Osprey set, the military vehicle that can go from a helicopter to a plane and back by rotating its engines. Now, I think that's a really cool vehicle in real life, and it has more than military uses, although military does use it. And Lego says they won't produce it for that reason, so they produced some and then yanked it off the market before it actually went on the market. Although I do understand some sets did actually make it to the market. How that happened, I don't know. And I find it hypocritical that they won't do it in that case. But we all know that, I mean, it says, what? Berlin on here. And I don't want to get a strike from YouTube, so I won't say what kind of soldiers these represent in these planes and what kind of country, but we all know it was the country of Germany around the 1940s era. So yeah, Lego saying they won't produce the Osprey, but they'll produce this fighter from a certain army. I did not see that coming. So anyway, I think it's hypocritical. But let's get back to ease of build. Ease of build, I'm also going to give it a 7. Or I'm sorry, I'm going to give it a 7. And that's because this right here was difficult. Like I said, it kept coming off and it wouldn't go on the way the instructions said, and I double checked and made sure I did it right. I did according to instructions, and also because of the sticker, I'm going to dock it and make it a 7. Part out value, I'm also going to give it an 8, and that's because although there are some pieces you can use to build another vehicle, these wedges are kind of hard unless you're building an airplane, so it kind of limits its uses, and plus the canopy, you know, it's not a bad part out, but it's not great, so I'll give it an 8. Now, I promised in the beginning of my video that I would compare this to set number 7198, which came out in 2009, so let's go ahead and do that. So this isn't the exact same scene, but the reason I wanted to compare these two is that this is the similar fighter, but not the same exact fighter, because this one's a gunner and it is space for 2. This one has space for 1. However, I wanted just to compare the fighters side by side, and I do find it very interesting. So on this one here, this is the older one, and it's larger because it seats 2. Of course, the wingspan's larger, fuselage is longer, not much longer, just by about 4 or 5 studs. But I like the engine differences. On this one here, they use those bar pieces with the stud on the end of it. Here, they chose to go with the little cheese slopes, as some people call them. They're technically 1x1 slopes, but anyway, they're close, and I like the detail on it. Another difference I noticed was the propellers. This is a one-piece propeller that's on many of the airplanes that Lego makes, and sometimes it's the tail end of a helicopter as well, depending on the size of it. This one here, they wanted more detail to it, and so they added the little Technic piece here, little Technic ring, and they used boat oars in the color of black to make the propellers on this one. And I thought that was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty ingenious. Now, this one has these little flick things, which I don't want to flick them. They do have some tiles in here 1 by 1. This also has a flick system right here and here. And so I think between the two of them, they are pretty close. There is no back landing gear on this one. There is on this one here. So subtle difference. Anyway, I do like the Indiana Jones series in general. I hope you've liked the series as well, and I hope you like this video. If you have, hit the like button, subscribe, turn on all notifications, and leave me a comment below. I appreciate it. We're going to be doing some more product reviews, as well as continuing the Daily Bugle and some other mocks, large mocks. If you want to support the channel, there are several ways. The first way is you can head to PayPal, make a donation. The link's in the description. I appreciate it. It helps the channel go, helps me buy new sets, helps me buy pieces for the city, and also for things like the Daily Bugle mock, which is 10 of them. Very expensive. So any donations are welcome. And if you can't do it, that's fine. I'm not here to, call you out and say, hey, you're a bad person because you didn't help me out. No, it's not like that. I appreciate everything I get, seriously. So if you can, great. If you can't, there's other ways to support the channel. There is another financial way you can help the channel, and that is, if you're going to buy pieces off Bricklink, please head to my store first and see if I have the pieces. If I do, please buy from me. And that way you get something out of it and I get something out of it. Some non-financial ways you can help the channel, which end up being financial, is, hey, if you got an appointment, like you're at a doctor's office and you're 10 minutes early, or you're in the big waiting room waiting to go to the little waiting room, as Seinfeld would say, bust out a video. Watch it on your phone. I've got videos as short as 5 minutes. I've got them as long as a couple hours. I can help you fill that space and be a little entertained, hopefully, while you're waiting. So if you would do that, I'd appreciate it. Another way you can help the channel is by sharing a link to this video or any other video that you like on social media platforms that you're on, and tell people, hey, if you like Lego, here's a cool guy, and here's a cool video of him doing whatever, and share that way, because I don't have a marketing department, can't afford one, and I don't see a day where I'm going to be able to. So if you could help spread the word for me, I'd appreciate it. There are other ways to help the channel, and I always appreciate everything everyone does for me. You guys, be good to each other, stay safe out there, and I'll catch you in the next